two, 1, 2, 3, 4. He stands over 6'3", and that's in his stocking feet. And women turn to stare when he's just walking down the street. A modern day Adonis in a business suit and tie. Oh, if that's who you were looking for, I'm just not that guy. From the boardroom to the bedroom, he's the master of the deal. With eyes as cool as ice and nerves of tempered steel. He's got a taste for subterfuge. He'd make the perfect spy. But if that's who you are looking for, I'm just not that guy. But if you need two good strong hands to rub your shoulders, or bring a glass of wine when you've had a long hard day, someone to laugh with as you're growing older. Take a look at me, if only you can tear yourself away from him. Oh, he's a lover and a sportsman. He doesn't mind a barroom brawl. And his girlfriends are like trophies he has hanging on the wall. And if you get involved with him, he'll only make you cry. But if that's who you are looking for, I'm just not that guy. Sometimes I wish I were that guy, but I'm just not that guy. Yeah, welcome to Live from NachVille. This has been a long-awaited day for me. I've been working so hard trying to put a band together, and finally it's really happening, and I've wanted to share this band with all of you in far-flung places, and I can't believe it. I'm not even going to try to say hi to everybody, but we've got people in Florida, South Africa, California, all over, Arizona, Minnesota. Thank you guys for being here. We've got this amazing crew that's helping us to make this look and sound good. Oh, thanks, Nate, you like the solo. It's really an electric solo, but I think I pulled it off more or less.
Sounds great over here.
Oh, thank you. All right, so I guess I'll quickly introduce the band. We'll come back and talk more about them later. That's Martin Lewis on guitar, Ryan Davis back there. He's not that guy. He may look like it, but he's actually not. Ryan Davis on the drums. He's the newest member of the band. And the multi-purpose Nick Carvajal on the bass, our former drummer, now our bass player. So, and backing vocals, of course. So that's the band.
That's Dave Nachmanoff.
Oh, yeah. I'm not that guy. Be afraid, the harmonica's coming out. All right, so we're going to do this song that has a little harmonica on it. So most of you, I'm not really a harmonica player. You know that, but I can fake it enough to do the intro. So this is called Fragile Thing. 1, 2, 1. Jeannie cries easy, it doesn't take much to set her off. But Stephen seems to know how to calm her down. Like handling china or walking on eggshells most of the time. He treats her gently, she thinks she'll keep him round. She's a fragile thing, a complicated angel with a heart of glass, a checkered past. You must be careful. Yes, she's a fragile thing, but this fragile thing will break your heart. Yes, she's a fragile thing, but this fragile thing will break your heart. Jeannie's not easy, although she's known some men in her time. They get too close, she always disappears. A sleight of hand, some prestidigitation, a puff of smoke, a cloud of ink whenever someone nears. She's a fragile thing, a complicated angel with a heart of glass, a checkered past. You must be careful. Yes, she's a fragile thing, but this fragile thing will break your heart. Yes, she's a fragile thing, but this fragile thing will break your heart. Nothing is easy, it seems she's hardest on herself. She wears her pain and grief upon her sleeve. But Stephen is not like the others, and this could be different. And it's gonna take time till she knows what her heart can't believe. She's a fragile thing, complicated angel with a heart of glass, a checkered past. You must be careful. Yes, she's a fragile thing, but this fragile thing will break your heart. Yes, she's a fragile thing, but this fragile thing will break your heart. All right, that's from an album called Step Up, one of my favorite ones from 2010. And we're going to do another song from that same album. This one kind of goes back to days of yore. It sounds like it's about a relationship that's over, but it's actually about my wife, Jen, who amazingly enough is still with me after all these years. But it's about a certain time in our life, and actually it's a time in our life that we shared with this guy over here, Martin Lewis, because we go back even before I knew Jen. I spent my junior year of college at Oxford University. A shout out to somebody's from Oxford here. Didn't catch the name, went by pretty fast, but hello to anybody in Oxford. That's where Martin and I met. We had a band there called Night Shift when we were students. And he was crazy enough to move to New York after that. We had another band called the Press Gang, and that was all in the mid to late 80s. And then here we are 40 years later, trying it again with the Usual Culprits. Why not? So this is a song about those times, and maybe those times aren't over yet. It's called When You Were Mine. Dim sum can taste fine, walking in the early morning light. Down Broadway, taxi cabs are all a war, but everything's all right. There'll never be another time quite like those days when you were mine. It seemed the world around us shine when you were smiling. Back when you were mine, when you were mine. And oh, those summer nights, salsa and merengue in the air. And down on Bleecker Street, it's 4 a.m., but no one seems to care. There'll never be another time quite like those days when you were mine. It seemed the world around us shine when you were smiling. Oh, back when you were mine. Yeah, when you were mine. Oh, how the city seems to draw you in, delights you. You work like a slave to pay those city rents, it spites you. Then like a movie, at the end, the credits roll and fade to black. Blinking in the sunlight, it's another world, you know you can't turn back. There'll never be another time quite like those days when you were mine. It seemed the world around us shine when you were smiling. Back when you were mine. Ah, when you were mine. When you were mine. All right. Thanks so much. Had a note there about the sound. Dave's mic, occasional overmodulation, top end of volume. So it seems like maybe we're getting a little bit of clip, yeah, on the vocal mic. So maybe we can get that going. It's fine on the monitors, but somehow what we're sending out is a little clippy.
Dinoflatulence.
Ah, yes, thank you. Yes, a song about dinoflagellants, not flatulence, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Close. Those are the little creatures that live in the water, and they make it glow, and you stir it up, particularly in some tropical climates. So you just have to kind of pretend you're on your favorite tropical beach when you hear this one. Goes back to an album from 2006, I think, called Time Before the Fall. This one's called The Midnight Sea. And if you guys were here in person, we'd invite you to sing along on the refrain, but since you're not, we'll invite you to sing along at home on the refrain. It's in the glow of the midnight sea. That's all you have to know. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. When the horses go down to the water at night, when the moon silhouettes the pelican's flight, will you promise to meet me by the phosphorus light? In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. Now my hunger's as sharp as the salt in the air, cuts a trail through the night like a comet aflare. On the dunes in the distance, catch a glimpse of your hair. In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. Yes, and far away the steel drum plays, the sound tumbles over the breeze, and the palm trees sway just like dancers. In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. rolling together down deep in the sand. You respond to the touch of my hand, and you're slick as the seals that come up on the land. In the glow of the midnight sea, in the glow of the midnight sea. I wonder how many small diamonds it takes to light up the water like the love that we made. I'll hold you till morning or whenever you wake, 'cause you glow like the midnight sea. Yes, you glow like the midnight sea. Oxford was, for me, it was 84 to 85, that academic year. For you, it was somewhat longer, for the full duration. I was just there as a visiting student for 1 year. So this is a song that I didn't write, unless I tell you. You can pretty much assume these are ones that I did write. But this one was written by a bandmate of ours back when Martin and I were in New York. We had this band called the Press Gang, and our keyboard player and backing vocalist was Gabriella Arnault. And she had this song that she'd written even before she joined the band that became one of our favorite songs to do. And for many years when I was touring solo, I didn't do it too much because I really missed having the sound of the band, but I'm glad to be able to do it again. So Gabby, if you're listening, bonjour. She's in Paris, France. It's pretty late there. Yeah, bonsoir, that's right. We're going to play your song now. It's called Biding My Time. Hey, 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 oh. I've been around the block a few times and I'm ready to find a home. My friends all tell me it's about time that you spend some time alone. And I can't help thinking of the fun we had, the way you made me feel. And only time will tell me now if our love is for real. So now I'm biding my time till my lover comes. I make a little money that talk on the phone. Yes, you try to know yourself, oh, but there's always the danger. Open your door and some girl rushes in who refuses to be a stranger. Or she falls into your arms and offers the keys to her apartment. Or why does she fall so hard when you say this wasn't quite what your heart meant? So now I'm biding my time till my lover comes. I'll make a little money that talk on the phone. I've spent too many years just trying to make my dream real. Gonna take a little time and find exactly how I feel. Gonna bide my time till any lover can steal me away. It was waiting for me with open arms, and this is what it said. You've gotta bide your time until your lover comes. Oh, if you have to play around, on. You gotta wait out loneliness, you gotta wait out fear of that. You will know when your love is near. You've got to bide your time till any lover can steal away. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, oh, oh, oh. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, oh, oh, oh. I'm biding my time. All right. Woo. Thank you, Bruce, for the reminder that if people are enjoying it and would like to help us out, got a lot of band members to pay. So if you want to make your donations, be most welcome. Also want to thank our crew that's here. We've got Robert, Elizabeth, Jeff, and Alec, and Brian's around here somewhere too. So we've had a lot of help today to make all this possible.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and if it looks great, that's all thanks to them. If it sounds great, that's probably thanks to them. If we make mistakes, that's that's on me probably. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, okay. So this is another one that I played occasionally when I was touring solo, but I always missed the arrangement, the band sound. And in July, we're going to do a live show here in Davis, where we all live, at the Melon Ball, wonderful venue attached to Watermelon Music. July 26th, we're going to play the entire Candy Shower record, the first album I did back in 1995 or 96, all the way through. So we're having to learn the songs from that record, and this is one that I'm glad to be bringing back. It's called Waiting for a Sign. It's one of my more obscure lyrics, I think. But it was written during the many years of graduate school.
What school? I missed that.
Gradual school, as I like to call it. So it's called Waiting for a Sign. On the cusp of my indecision, in a waiting room of time, where the accidental hemispheres transmuted into rhyme. I'm a dweller on the threshold. I sit waiting for a sign, where the ritual smoke of sacrifice plays tricks upon my mind. Heads you win and tails I lose. Gets so hard for me to choose. Heads I lose and tails you win, and the wheel goes round again. Yeah, the wheel goes round again. And now the strains of my commitment, they're like chains upon my soul. And I sometimes get this feeling that it's out of my control. But if the choice is an illusion, well then the battle lines are drawn, and the smoke will clear and leave me here behind to soldier on. Heads you win and tails I lose. Gets so hard for me to choose. Heads I lose and tails you win. The wheel goes round again. Yeah, the wheel goes round again. With the aid of an incantation and the chanting of a spell, now the secret is encoded and my fate is sealed as well. On the cusp of my indecision, in a waiting room of time. On the cusp of my indecision, I sit waiting for a sign. I'm waiting for so long. I've been waiting for so long, so very long. Waiting for an angel to come down, show me a sign. I'm waiting now. I'm waiting for a sign. Let's go. Been waiting for an angel to come down, show me a sign. Just come on, show me a sign. I'm waiting for a sign. All right. Hi, Vacaville. Very cool. Pretty close. All right. Well, whew. All right. This might be a good time for you to take a breath. Yeah. We've had the good fortune the last couple of weeks. Let's see. I can't hear me if I'm not on a mic. We've had the good fortune the last couple of weeks to do a couple of wonderful house concerts in Fremont and in Los Altos Hills, which has been great because it got us all kind of warmed up for this. And when we came to Fremont, my friend Brad Kitson brought some of this. Kitson wines that he makes, just a little free commercial for him because why not? He makes really good wine. Kitson Family Wines. I think you can find it online.
Delicious.
There you go. Yeah, hold it up so they can see it. Yeah, so thank you, Brad and Svetlana.
Brad
really
and Svetlana, thank you kindly.
Good stuff. All right. We're going to do another one from the Candy Shower record. This is another one that I did play occasionally solo, but it's so much more fun with a band. And it's another one about those same kind of slightly dark days. And
Dark days of gradual school.
Gradual school, yeah. But you know, actually, funnily enough, it feels like it kind of works right now, too, because these last couple of years have been so weird with the pandemic and everything, and spending so long not performing, not touring, kind of losing track of who I am and what I do, and it feels like it's starting to come back, but you get lost.
You still got it, baby.
I still got it, at least. Well, I got these guys anyway, so that's good. This is called Without a Compass or a Map, and it goes like this. Always better in tune, so.
That was sounding pretty tough, though.
Yeah, it'll sound hopefully just a little tougher in tune.
Let's get tougher.
Tune because I care. Feel like that falcon flying fast above the field, so swift and low. But I can't tell you enough that have rolled beneath my wheels. Where did they go? Oh, but I walked through the valley of Shiloh, and I crawled through the desert of the damned. And I don't know where this pathway might take me, or how I got to where I am. I'm gonna find my way back find my way back to me. I'm gonna find my way back to the man I used to be. Without a compass or a map, I'm gonna find my way back to me. And now peeling off the makeup and the masks I used to wear so many years, but I'm afraid to take that final mask away and see who's under there. What do I fear? Oh, but I'll open wide my windows and try to leave my door unlatched to let the nightmare monsters in and free myself at last. I'm gonna find my way back, find my way back to me. I'm gonna find my way back to the man I used to be. Without a compass or a map, I'm gonna find my way back to me. And like a prophet in the wilderness, sometimes my words fall on deaf ears. But sometimes a voice at the end of the phone line can warm my soul to go back to believing in fairy tales, or even a part of the dream, to go back to a time when my spirit was present, a time when my spirit was whole. I'm gonna find my way back, find my way back to me. I'm gonna find my way back to the man I used to be. Without a compass or a map, I'm gonna find my way back to me.
Yeah.
Whew, yeah. Find my way back to those lyrics here and there. All right, I think it was starting to get hot and bothered here.
Hot and bothered.
Hot and bothered. But that's all right. This next song's got a bit of a swampy vibe to it. So hot and bothered might be good. This one is kind of a tribute to my parents in some ways. And it's on the last album that I did, Cerulean Sky, which is available on vinyl, unlike all the other ones, if you have a turntable.
If you don't have a turntable, get one, and then get the album as
There you
well.
go. That's it. Listen to Nick. That's right. So this is called Accident of Birth. Let's see.
And don't get a Crosley, get a proper turntable.
There we go. Well, I won the parent lottery. My parents were so good to me. In a safe and prosperous place, I grew up in a time of peace. Like every child, I had my fears. They stood by me through the years. And in time I came to realize not everybody lives a life of ease. It was an accident of birth. How much a life is worth in a particular time and place. It was nothing that I deserved, but it's really such a mystery where we land in human history. It's only just an accident. accident of birth. If I'd been born some years before, I might have been sent off to war. In a different time or place, I could have been a peasant or a slave. But I never had to do without, or suffer famine's angry drought. Go back far enough, I could have grown up living in a cave. It was an accident of birth. How much a life is worth in a particular time or place. Well, there was nothing that I deserved, but it's really such a mystery where we land in human history. It's only just an accident of birth. Miles away, our stories are like night and day. The daughter of an addict on the streets, abandoned and abused. And though she's learned to rise above, life's so hard with little love. If she had another chance, you know this wouldn't be the life she'd choose. It was an accident of birth. How much a life is worth in a particular time and place. Well, there was nothing that she deserved, but it's really such a mystery where we land in human history. It's only just an accident of birth. Well, it's only just an accident of birth. Let's see. I was going to say, some of you mentioned that you wish you could see us live, and I wish that we could see you live too. But
yes.
If you would like us to come to where you are and play for you live, just send me an email. Maybe we can make it happen. We'd like to. We're trying to play around here mostly, but we'd like to venture further out if people want to have us. So don't be afraid to just write to me at dave@davenach.com. And
I haven't been to the UK ever,
oh,
so
there you go.
that would be wonderful.
Nick's hoping for a trip to the UK. It's possible.
Oxford.
There you go. All right. Let's do another one from the Step Up album. I think this kind of comes out of the fact that I toured with Al Stewart for so long. He writes about a lot of different time periods, and you know, we like to say that touring with Al Stewart is like touring with Doctor Who. You never know what century you'll be in from one song to the next. So it kind of wore off on me, and I wound up putting a little bit of time travel into this next song. So if you blink, you'll miss it. It's called Conservation Law. Another place, in another time, baby, I was yours, and you know that you were mine. That flash of recognition sparkles in your eyes. That kind of love we had, I guess it never really died. There's a love conservation. Love is never really gone. It just forms new combinations, and love keeps going on. Yeah, love keeps going on. It could never work, there's too much of a gap. Like two trains on a schedule, we just can't jump off this track. It's the way you tilt your head and lift your eyebrows slow. The memory's so clear, though it's many lives ago. There's a love conservation. Love is never really gone. It just forms new combinations. Love keeps going on. Yeah, love keeps going on. So you go back to your family, and I'll go back to mine with a tiny sense of loss. But you know we'll both be fine. Just a momentary echo and a blip of cosmic chance. A look up from this checkout line and come out of this trance. There's a love conservation. Love is never really gone. It just forms new combinations. And love keeps going on. Yeah, love keeps going on. Yeah, love keeps going on. All right. Great job. Usual Culprits, once again, being Martin Lewis on guitar, Brian Davis on the drums, and Nick Carvajal on the bass. All right, we are going to do a song I didn't write. And yes, absolutely, if anyone's interested in hosting a concert, Tom, I'd love to come back to Indiana. Just let me know. And I'll try and bring these guys with me if I can. We're going to do something that I didn't write, but I'm not going to introduce it because you'll recognize it. At least a lot of you will. It's a little bit of a challenging one, but I'm going to do my best. I'm hearing music from somewhere else.
Probably checking audio.
Okay. Okay, well, sorry. Go forward. So, 1, 2, 3. Fishing boats go out across the evening waters, smuggling guns and arms across the Spanish border. The wind works up the waves so loud, the ghost moon sails along the clouds, turns the rifles into silver on the border. On my wall, the colors of the maps are running. From Africa, the winds, they talk of change is coming. The Also pair up in the night, the hand that sets the farms alight. Spread the word to those who are waiting on the border. In the village where I grew up, nothing seems the same. It's just the patterns that remain an empty shell. But there's a strangeness in the air, you feel too well. Last night the rain was knocking on my window. I moved across the darkened room and in the lamp glow I thought I saw down in the streets the spirit of the century, telling us that we're all standing on the border. In the islands where I grew up, nothing seems the same. Still you never see the change from day to day. No one notices the customs slip away. Fishing boats go out across the evening waters, smuggling guns and arms across the Spanish border. The wind works up the waves so loud, the ghost moon sails along the clouds and turns the rifles into silver on the border. On the border. On the border. On the border. All right, that one's a little bit of a workout. All right, thank you guys. Let's do something a little less intense. This is a song that I like to say, any resemblance to persons living or dead is purely incidental. Though we do live here in Davis, which is a college town. And what's the big party night in Davis, Nick?
Not Saturday,
Nope.
not Friday, but Thursday night.
That's it.
Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, feeling it right now.
I'm getting thirsty myself.
Yeah, okay.
There's a little-
So, this is one from the Time Before the Fall album called Lucky. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Thursday night in this college town. Spring is in the air. It's 10 o'clock as I walk the dog, and there's parties everywhere. Back home, Diana's putting the twins to bed. It's been another long, hard day. I'll be lucky to get a kiss goodnight before the Sandman gets his way. 'Cause it's Thursday night, I'm feeling lonely as can be. Yeah, it's Thursday night. Seems like everybody's getting lucky, except for me. So easy to romanticize those distant days gone by. A carefree bacchanalia remembered with a sigh. But now the girls walk by and laugh in groups, and I'm thinking they must get cold in those skimpy clothes they wear these days. And then I wonder how I got so old. 'Cause it's Thursday night, I'm feeling lonely as can be. Yes, a Thursday night. Seems like everybody's getting lucky, except for me. I know I'm lucky to have my house, some friends that I can call. I should be counting my blessings, but I don't feel like it. Go! Just know if I went to those bars downtown the way I used to do, I'd see brand new couples hooking up, heading homewards two by two. I'd give old Duke a treat as we come inside, and then, much to my surprise, Diane greets me with a playful wink and a pair of bedroom eyes. 'Cause it's Thursday night, I'm feeling lucky as can be. Yes, Thursday night, seems like everybody's getting lucky. Maybe even me. Maybe even me. All right, lucky.
I want to say happy birthday to my mother-in-law, Kathy Gleed.
Nice. Happy
Woo.
birthday. Woo. All right. And a big thank you, too, to our friends Phil and Jean for helping set this up as well. So a lot of people to thank, and we're super grateful.
It takes a village.
It does. It really does. We're going to do a song about the circus. This is loosely based on some experiences my brother had during college. He spent a summer traveling with a circus, working as a roustabout, which is like a roadie for the circus. And years later, I was traveling in Florida and saw Gibsonton on the map and thought, wonder what that is. And somebody told me it was where the circus people go in the winter. So I was thinking, well, what if one of those roustabouts made good and actually started doing something else in the circus? And we'll see what happens. It's called Say Goodbye to the Elephants. The clown sits in the corner, wipes the grease paint off his face. By Tuesday afternoon, the lot will hardly hold a trace. Just some cotton candy mingled with the sawdust. Just an echo of the weekend's rowdy din. Now the roustabouts have put the tents and poles back on the trucks. The orangutan is looking like a bum down on his luck. The flatbed trucks are sagging with the canvas, and they're heading down to Gibsonton again. Say goodbye to the elephants, put away the trapeze, all the jugglers, clowns, and acrobats. They'll scatter with the breeze, they'll scatter with the breeze. When I first met Bill and Joni was in the spring of '84. I was living at the mission like I'd often done before. They came looking for some muscles for the summer. I was shaky, but they got me on my feet. And then the circus troupe became a second family to me. I was working with the Lions by the spring of '93. Those big cats never really were as scary as the things I saw while living on the street. Here we go. Say goodbye to the elephants. Put away the trapeze. All the jugglers, clowns, and acrobats. They'll scatter with the breeze. They'll scatter with the breeze. Now these winters in New England can be cold enough to freeze when the turnpike's slick with ice and the wind cuts through the trees. The cats at night play nightclubs and casinos, but my heart is really waiting for the spring, when I know I'll hear the phone ring. I'll hear Bill's familiar voice, and he'll ask me if I'll meet him, like I've really got a choice. And then we'll pull into some town, raise the big top, and all summer we'll make magic in the rain. Say goodbye to the elephants. Put away the trapeze. All the jugglers, clowns, and acrobats. They'll scatter with the breeze. They'll scatter with the breeze. Nice. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking with us. I know a lot of you have been watching from the beginning. If any of you got in late, don't worry about it, because YouTube should hopefully back this up and it'll all be recorded, for better or for worse. So we're gonna debut another one that we've kind of just been working on. Goes back to the Certain Distance album from 2000, and this one's actually a co-write with Al Stewart. So some of you Al fans might have a guess at what it is. And it's the story of my children's great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, I think, on their mother's side. His name was Adam Bauer, and he came over from Germany. He was granted land by King George III in the colonies, and it was kind of bad timing, because then the revolution broke out, and things got ugly, and they wound up fleeing to Canada. And this is their story. Now, on the record, Al Stewart did a cool sort of vocal counterpart. So Nick is going to take a shot at doing the Al part today. So we'll see how that all goes. Sing along at home if you know it. It's called The Loyalist. I see my name all over town, from the shop signs to the graveyard. And I've wandered here for 200 years, down through every generation. Sometimes I wonder, do they ever think of me? A distant figure from the past, moss-covered headstone, just a piece of history. How did my story fade so fast? I am a loyalist. our crops were in a well-earned rest. We had the hoofbeats in the twilight, and we were told horses and gold were needed for the insurrection. And though I knew what it might cost us, I replied, whose bread I eat, his song I sing. They beat me bloody, called me filthy Tory spy, but I would not betray my king. I am the loyalist. They said revolution is the anvil. Well, freedom must be forged. They said that I should fight for freedom, but I owe liberty and life to King George. So once again, we had to flee. Time's running out, taking just what we could carry.
I'll never see that place again.
To try once more,
We're moving forward,
broken shores,
we're traveling north.
build our farms in this new country. Like dancing beggars here, we did the best we could, claiming this land by Shelburne Bay. I'll run no further, no, I'm staying here for good, while my descendants move away. I am a loyalist. I see my name,
I see my name
all over town,
all over town.
from the shop signs to the graveyard. And I've wandered here
This is my home,
for 200 years,
my haunted home.
down through every generation. All right. The Loyalist. More of a marathon than a sprint, really. Yeah. That was the shorter version, too. Now, when I brought it to Al, it had 19 verses, and we rewrote it and turned it into 3, yeah. All right, well, it has been a joy to play for you. I don't know how long we've been going, but it feels like probably long enough for you to have a pretty good taste of the Usual Culprits. Again, a big thanks to all who made it possible. A huge thanks to our crew. We got Robert, Brian, Elizabeth, Jeff, and Alec. Alec rigged up a thing so we could actually see the chat at least a little bit. Yeah. A huge thanks to all who were there. And Bruce, thank you for helping moderate. Last but not least, again, thanks to the culprits, Nick, Ryan, and Martin. These guys are awesome. So happy to have them playing with me. This is called Grateful, and we are grateful that you were listening. And if this seemed like a good idea to do, maybe we'll do another live stream in the future. We'll be, what's our next live gig? I guess June 1st. We'll be at the Side Door in Sacramento. So if you're anywhere in this area, come on out to the Side Door. It's a great venue. And like I said, we've got the big candy shower show in July at the Melon Ball. So it's all there at davenach.com. You can find all the info. So, all good?
The wine?
Kits and wine. Don't forget to order some kits and wine. Yeah,
Get some.
absolutely. All good.
It's good.
It is good. So we'll finish with Grateful. Yeah. Grateful for the sun that warms this valley, for the flowing of the water and the wind. I'm grateful for the cool of summer evenings, and every time the morning comes again. Sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my family that surrounds me, for the joy of all the time we have to spend. I'm grateful for my teachers and their wisdom, and my ever-growing company of friends. But sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. And I know there will be struggles yet to come, but still I have to smile. Time is short, but I'm glad to be part of the dance for a while. I'm grateful for this gift of sharing music, for the fragrance and the sweetness of the wine. I'm grateful for the bounty at our table, and the sparkle of my lover's eyes that shine. But sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. Thanks so much. Hope to see you guys in person or online sometime soon. Thanks for watching.